Thank you so much for staying with us. You're still watching the Day Break with me, Dirisa Mwonge. Now, Uganda had a 30-year vision, and that is Vision 2040. It seeks to achieve, a transformed Ugandan society from, from a peasant to a modern and prosperous country. That is within a period of 30 years. So as such, the Vision 2040 is conceptualized around strengthening the fundamentals of the economy to harness the abundant opportunities around the country. That's where we've had various national development plans. Now, under National Development Plan 3, which is 2020 /2021 to 2024, 2025, under which we are, it aims, to build on the progress made, learn lessons from the planning and implementation experiences of National Development Plan 1 and National Development Plan 2, and also seeks to surmount some of the challenges encountered. Now, this Vision 2040, lays out the general development objectives for Uganda over a 30-year period of time. Its goal is to transform Uganda, like I said, from a predominantly peasant and low-income country to a competitive upper middle-income status country. We want to discuss, whether indeed this plan is attainable, the Vision 2040. By the time we get there, will we have achieved what we have set out to achieve? To help me discuss this is a professor, Dr. Alon Kimwise. He's the Dean of Faculty of Science and Technology from Cavendish University. Good to see you, Doctor. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much, the host, Mr. Mwonge. I'm okay. And good morning, viewers outside there.
You have a fully-fledged Ministry of Science. I want to start from there. Fully-fledged Ministry of Science and Technology in Uganda, which is led by Dr. Musenero. I want to ask, does this ministry also reach out to you, the technologists out there? Do you feel its presence, for example, in case you have your research, you accommodated, your ideas, picked? Do they come to you? Or if you wanted to reach out to them, are you able to?
Yeah, thank you very much. Maybe still the viewers, before I embark on answering that, possibly I need to introduce myself formally as I'm Dr. Kimwise from Cavendish University, Uganda. As the host has said, I'm the Dean, Faculty of Science and Technology. My background is ICT. ICT. And I'm very interested in the current discussion that is going on, and I believe I'll make a contribution and also make the viewers outside there understand, okay, what we are talking about here. And maybe, okay, I brought it in that way, in that perspective, about that we have a Minister of Science and Technology. Yeah, and what we are talking about is digital transformation, the role of digital transformation in attaining the Vision 2040. We cannot have a digital transformation without talking about the science and the technology. When we say science, it's all about knowledge, okay? And where we are getting knowledge, we use the technology. The technology provides a framework. So science and technology is much broader than the digital that we are talking about, because technology gives us the framework, the model that we are using. So if I can talk about technology, way back in the 17 to 17th century to 19th century, 20th century. Now we're in 21st century. I can maybe tell the viewers there that we are moved in that way using technology and science. And now currently we are talking about digital transformation, which is under what we call the fourth industrial revolution. And Uganda cannot be an exception from that, and maybe still going back where you are coming from about the technology and the science. Somebody needs to understand or remember that where we started the technology, that is in the 17th century, we started with what we call the water power, the steam power. That was far away back during the slavery. That was the first industrial revolution. And then we went to the second revolution, which ushered in what we call electricity. Electricity came in, which we are still using until today. And then we came, in fact, during the electricity, we had what we call mass production, okay? Promoted mass production. And that was second industrial revolution. And then now we have the fourth industrial revolution. I mean the third industrial revolution, where a computer came in. That is after World War II. That is 1945. And then right now we are talking about the fourth industrial revolution, where we are taking advantage of the physical world or the physical technologies. That is automation, biological technologies. That is 3D or 3D neo-technology that we are using. And then we are talking about the digital, which I think is our conversation this morning, where we are taking the advantage of the space that is happening, which we are talking about the cyberspace or systems that we can use. So we work as a university, still we work with the Ministry of Science and Technology because it is providing the playing field in many ways. Ministry of Science and Technology is not all about digital, but it is encompassing many things like what I've been talking about. It's providing a framework in many areas. It is giving a basis. It's giving an infrastructure. But the one concerned with the promotion of the digital transformation is the UCC, I think is the wing, the Uganda Communication Commission, I think is also embedded and is in helping in achieving the Vision 2040. And UCC is having a background, if you can remember. Uganda is part of those countries, the UN, okay, where we talk about the SDGs. And now we moved to
Standard Development Goals?
Yeah, the Sustainable Development Goals. And the digital transformation is addressing the ninth goal in the SDGs, where we talk about innovation, okay, we talk about industry, and then we talk about the infrastructure. So Uganda has to embrace that because it is a world thing. And where we are right now, Uganda has to join the conversation. And maybe as we go to discuss, I think there are already happenings that have happened, especially in the business sector. I think we'll be talking about it. I think that is under URA. I think recently business people were coming in to protest about the system that is being implemented, but that is all about addressing the digital transformation.
Now that you gave us the background of
yes.
The Industrial Revolution.
Yes.
Thanks that you took me there, although I wasn't meant to discuss that.
Yes.
But don't talk of the fourth Industrial Revolution,
yes,
which is underway. That is the artificial
intelligence.
Artificial
AI.
intelligence. AI.
Yes.
Yes. There are some people who are concerned that this is going to change the world, and for the worst, where there's going to be high unemployment, there's going to be efficiency when it comes to doing work. Address those concerns. How is it likely to change? If, in fact, is it also going to reach us here in Uganda where we are? Is there going to come a time when, okay, one can, for example, hire a robot, like I saw in some countries, to work as his bodyguard, to work as, you know, his or her house help?
Yes, thank you very much. I think I'll begin with the benefits. There are challenges, and then also about the benefits or the advantages about the technology. As I've said, I think we can't go back, and as I analyzed it, gave the background, how we have moved, okay, that we moved from the water power, the steam engine, the mass production or the assembly line. We came to computer or internet that is already available, and then now we are talking about the AI or the artificial intelligence. Not only that, but as I said, that we have to take the advantage. How do you take the space, the physical technologies, the digital technologies? Not all about AI in the current world. It's not only AI, but this is bringing a revolution in many sectors, especially, for example, in Uganda. AI is making to share information very easy, is stimulating knowledge base, not so? Is helping us to reach, in fact, it's bringing inclusiveness in the conversation. That is one thing. And then also it is encouraging, if we come from the perspective of education, what we call the long life learning, the innovation, providing new digital solutions. So I think what you mentioned is just one of them. That when we have the information, the data right now, we are talking about, as we are talking right now, we are accumulating data. This data is going to be used to be referred to, and if you have data, you can use it in any way, okay? So I think I see that it's not going to displace the people, but again, it's going to encourage innovation. That's another thing, how we do things. The AI has come in to help us, in fact, giving us a vast accessibility to information. I think people they are identifying it in that way. That's what we are calling the robotics is one way of applying, as you said, that we are having robots coming in to replace the people, maybe especially in the hotels. Okay, but that's just one way, robotics, but there are many other ways when you talk about fourth industrial revolution. We are not looking at robotics alone, but now we talk about cloud computing.
What is likely also to happen?
Yes.
The industrial revolution.
Yes.
Fourth industrial revolution.
Yes.
What is it bringing on board?
Yeah, what is it bringing on board? And as a country, if I can bring it in the perspective of Uganda, the vision at 2040, one of the...
Wait, we're also moving alongside the industrial the fourth industrial revolution.
Yes.
As we move on that path to attain Vision 2040. Are we also moving alongside the fourth industrial revolution? Is it in any way influencing our our pursuit of Vision 2040?
Very good. That's why I was bringing it in the perspective of the Ugandan way, as they said, our Vision 2040. One of the aspects in the Vision 2040 is to have a digital infrastructure and connectivity. Okay? And you cannot have this when we don't talk about the fourth industrial revolution. What is entailed, maybe comprehensively, I can discuss what is entailed in the fourth industrial revolution. We are leveraging on those emerging technologies that we are having. The point in case that I can give is the recent saga. I don't know, maybe I can call it saga, but maybe that can suit. But you heard recently the business people, the URA, bring out what we call the IFRIS. Okay, the IFRIS system. What is it aiming at there? It has got many advantages. Maybe the implementers have not come out to tell them. That is part of the fourth industrial revolution, by the way, that is coming in to implement. I can summarize it. Its use, maybe its relevance. One of them is to streamline the business. I think I'll expound more. And then the other one is to have what we call the tax compliance. Okay, you know very well the system as has been manual. The tax compliance is one of the thing. And then another one is to avoid the fraudulent way of doing business activities. That is another thing. And when you look at those, they are under the digital transformation vision of 2040. So the advantage which is coming with the fourth industrial revolution, we are going away from the paperwork, not so. Like for example, during I think 20 years ago, it was very hard to get a driving permit. But right now, because we have the digital solutions, I think within a day you can get a driving permit. You can get a passport, because we are using the advantage of the digital space. Your content here, I don't know where you are storing, because right now we are developing content. You are storing it on the cloud. We are talking about the cloud. The cloud computing is what is part of the fourth industrial revolution. And if you have the information, you have the content, you can use it in any way. Like right now, I'm educating. I think with the time, maybe 10 years, 15 years to come, you may not require me to come here, but already you have the information, you can use it to educate. As long as you get consent from me, the producer, because I'm originating it right now, you'll be able to use it because you have digital space. The infrastructure is existing, okay? So we can see that the 4IR has come to stay, okay? Has come in to stay to stimulate the innovation. Like for example, the IFLIS, they are saying, is coming in to stimulate on the side of the government and then on the side of the business people.
How about those who are standing in its way, those who are protesting against its introduction? Are they trying to fight technology, and are they likely to succeed in this battle they engaged in?
Yeah, I may not take it as a fight, but maybe I can use which word. Both on the side of the government and the side of the other people, both of them, I don't know which one is gullible. When I talk about gullible, being gullible is this being vulnerable and all that. But then what I can say is the kind of implementation. You know, for us in ICT, we talk about implementation strategies. Possibly the engagement. The engagement seems not to be understandable, because I cannot say the government is doing a wrong thing. It is part of the roadmap. But the implementation, I think the timing and also the implementation, when we are implementing a system, there are ways that we go. We can implement a system parallel. Implementing a new system parallel to the old system, not so. We can implement a system gradually, okay? Gradually by having maybe piloting. I'm sure they might have piloted. And then we can phase out the old system completely. Maybe it seems is the strategy that they're using, that, we are being late. As I've said, that Uganda is part of those countries, because other countries have already moved. I think Kenya is in the air there, Tanzania, and now we are talking about East African community. Yeah. And I don't think so that
you find difficulties in
yes,
who to blame when it comes to resistance to this. But I think
yes,
our government needs to know, or even you,
yes,
the leaders, on this, you need to know that the kind of society we are having. These are people that you need, you need to bring up to speed, to inform them in terms of the technological advancement. So you may say that some of them might act out of ignorance. Some of them are even skeptical. They don't trust you. They don't trust this technology. Do you remember when the mobile money systems had just come in place? Someone was not so sure that they can have their money, kept safely on their phone. You remember that? But with the time, they adopted the technology. because like you said, that once we take that step, it's impossible to go backwards. You know, technology drives the world. So things like EFRIS, I think it's incumbent upon the government to first sensitize the populace before you introduce such things in place. So I want to blame the government this time around, not the populace. Do the sensitization first. So by the time you bring the system, people are not going to resist it.
Yeah, I think that's where I was going to come, but it's good that you have again hinted on it. Yes, I don't think so that the government, okay, what you are talking about is true, but at a time too, the government must have involved the stakeholders. When you read the content, the literature, you'll find that the government engaged the Uganda Manufacturers Association. I think this is the body which is overseeing. But again, when you look at it, the grace and go deeper, it seems to have underrated the trading community. You know, there is a gap between the trading community and then the manufacturing community. The manufacturing community sometimes knows what to do, not so? But now the business community, and by looking at our community, as you say, the landscape that we are having, we are playing in the context of business, I think not only Uganda, but it's an African thing. Most of the people doing business, they're in what we call an informal sector. And what we say, an informal sector, and even in Uganda, I think the biggest region doing business is within the central region here. The level of literacy, that is also another thing. The level of literacy, and most of the people, let me take that, I mean the example, people doing business in Chikubu. The people are trading in Uganda and all that. And now you're introducing a system in the language. I think is one of the biggest challenges in Africa. You're introducing a system in English. And now the issue of trust comes in. You get it? Yes, the mobile money was adopted and all that, but then there are ways of how we have to look at this. Most of the majority of the people doing business here, they are within an informal sector where people have never gone to school. So what does it mean? We need to sensitize these people. In fact, me, I could call that some of these systems, since are here to stay, these people have to be even translate in our local languages. Yeah, it will be a landmark. Okay, China is moving at a faster rate because their systems, first of all, are designed in the local way. But now here, yes, Uganda, it is true, we study in English. English is a national language. I think, no, national is unofficial language, but then we need to be cognizant of the beneficiary of this system because the majority are in the informal sector. Yes, in the manufacturing, possibly, I don't know, the manufacturing I mean talk about because we have SMEs, which are still Uganda is having most of SMEs. We don't have large manufacturing companies. So you find that the resistance is coming in because of that. So there should be massive sensitization. And even when you look at what is involved in implementation, there's technology. These people should have technology to access this system. Of course, the agile, you know, we have manual.
Let's take a break. You're going to pick it up from there. We'll take a break. When you come back, you're picking it up from there. Daybreak continues.
Yeah, thanks.
Discover delicacy at Cafea 2, your all-in-one destination. Whether it's the perfect cup of coffee or a satisfying meal, we got you covered. Indulge your cravings with our mouth-watering pilau, savory katogo, crispy chips, and tender chicken. Explore a world of cocktails and fresh juices for a truly special treat. Planning an event? Choose Cafea 2 for top-notch outside catering services. Benefit from ample parking, stay connected with Wi-Fi, and catch your favorite matches on DSTV. Cafea 2 offers food deliveries in and around Kampala. Hosting a conference, our center accommodates up to 1,000 people. Need a boardroom for a party or corporate meeting? We've got just the spot for you. We offer a free venue for birthdays and baby showers, providing complimentary photography. For those aspiring to become professional baristas, our barista school awaits you. Visit us at Albany Center, Level 2 on Ginger Road. Cafea 2, where every occasion becomes a memorable. experience.
Uganda, your #1 leading education newspaper, is back, bigger and better. With articles to fully suit the educational triangle from the government, schools and parents all over the country, aiming at answering the ever left out questions, not forgetting revision questions and answers set by experienced teachers to prepare students for their finals. The Learner newspaper is supplied to over 12,068 schools all over the country with affordable advertising rates. We offer many more services which include uniform and sweater tailoring, all with an aim of easing work for the educationists. Contact us on 0754 777 029 or 0774 621 539. Email us on info@learnernews.com or visit our website at www.learnernews.com. You can also visit our offices at City Center Complex, Room J15, 4th floor, along Loom Street. The Learner, prioritizing education.
Thank you for staying with us. You're still watching The Daybreak with me, Derisa Mwonge. I'm still here with Dr. Kimwise Alon. He is the Dean of Faculty of Science and Technology from Cavendish University. And he's helping us understand the role of science and technology, you know, in as far as Uganda's, pursuit of the Vision 2040 is concerned. Technology advancement, is inevitable. Once technology is in place, it's very, very hard, for you to resist it. That's why the traders who are resisting the introduction of IFRIS might find it very hard to convince the president. In fact, I've already met the president, and the president is slated to give his final verdicts this very week. No, next week, I think. 7th May is when he's meant to meet all the traders across the country. That is at Kololo Airstrip. And there, he's going to be sharing with them the way forward. Is he going to listen to their cries? Among those cries is the removal of EFRIS. That is EFRIS, electronic receipting and invoicing, solution. Some traders are looking at this as an unfair mechanism that was introduced by the URA. But news reaching us is that URA has, found it very effective, to collect taxes after the introduction of EFRIS, because this is going to stop those who are evading taxes. How do you evade taxes when you're using EFRIS? It's going to be easy for the taxing body to nab all those who are dodging taxes. So I'm anxiously waiting for President Museveni to see what he's going to say. He's a man who's head between, a rock and a hard place. He's a politician, don't you forget, because traders, they are asking him to consider removing EFRIS. And the taxing body is telling him that this is the way to go. As a matter of fact, it has helped us collect much more taxes than we used to. What is he going to do? He needs the money. At the same time, he needs the votes. But I'm not with a politician, I'm with a technologist. Dr. Kimwise, you're telling us about the digital stuff, its role in as far as attaining Vision 2040. You know what is entailed in Vision 2040 in the National Development Plan 3? You want to transform the country from a predominantly peasant country to a middle income status. The president kind of says some time back that you have already attained that status, middle income status, but so many Ugandans are questioning the fact whether indeed we are in the middle income status. When you look at what is entailed in these plans, do you think this is something attainable? And science and technology. You see, we are speaking, in a country where we still have a high rate of illiteracy. We still have a big number of people who cannot read and write in this country. So as we talk about science and technology, we need to be mindful of those people.
Yes, thank you very much, Mwonge. Yeah, that is true, but as I said, and as it is entailed in the roadmap, I think there are ways that the government can do, and which already I think it has embarked on. Maybe it is doing, but maybe they're rolling it out and also sensitizing the mass. But still, I can advise that maybe what it can do, we talk about what we call the skills development. And even going further, people to adapt the current technology, we talk about upskilling, reskilling, okay? Especially doing this through the employees, the civil servants that is having. People have to change their ways. They have to change their ways of living. Whether they like or not, they have to change. Because we are talking of East African community, we can't be left behind. If not, then the people even who are here, your business is going to be taken. Okay, because there's a new language that is coming in, which we are talking about digital language. But then the government has to come in with a massive plan, which is simple to be understood, and even taking into account what you have said, the literacy levels. But that may not be a problem because training, Ugandans are trainable. They can be trained. Uganda is one of those countries, I think, which is ranked in terms of the education. So I think it needs a robust kind of increase in resources, okay, put an infrastructure, increase the accessibility to the content, especially when you talk about the IFLIS. It is very easy. Our business community here is not so big. I think it's just within the Kampala central region. So it needs to apportion a budget. I think our MPs have to go back to the drawing board. Okay, they have to go back to the drawing board to increase the budget, especially for the skilling of the people, sensitizing them what they are having. Because when you look at the technological readiness index of Uganda is positive. Okay, the infrastructure has been put in place. Uganda migrated from the analog to digital. It has put in place innovation hubs. Okay, but when I ask you, even you here, Mwonge, I can ask you, do you know any of our innovation hubs where it is located? You may not be knowing that. But all these are in place. So the government has to sensitize the people, and if not, the government let it come to us, the universities. We are preparing the students for the digital economy. We have developed a curriculum for them. We are aware of the emerging technologies. We are providing this knowledge, the courses in the emerging technologies of data science, artificial intelligence, cyber security, because all these are coming in. Yes, you are going to introduce, you are thinking you are going to collect their taxes using the online system, but I can tell you there are thieves also on the online. So we are providing that as a university. In our curriculum, we bring in that, we teach these people. I think you need to use the organs like the universities to bring in people to come and sensitize the people. You cannot say you are lacking the manpower to come and teach these people, but we are aware. So please, the government has to work with all the stakeholders in the making. I think this is...
When you talk of things like, when you talk of innovations,
yes,
what comes to my mind is things like the Cheetah Motors.
Yeah.
There's some cars already on the road. Mm. What's your perspective when it comes to this advancement, now that you were able to make even electric cars?
Yes.
Yes, so you're asking if I know where any of these hubs.
Yeah, the innovation hubs that I'm talking about. I think that is now the cars. When you talk about the cars, that's now the robotics is coming in, because while Uganda is jumping on to come that, we are aware that we are able to use, as I said, the 4IR. We are talking about using the physical technologies that we are having, automation that we are talking about, and then also the information availability of the information that is available, the data that we can use, and plus the manpower, the skilled manpower about the the digital skills. But
is it adequate, the skilled power that we are talking about, the skilled labor?
yeah, it may not be adequate.
adequate.
Yeah, it may not be adequate, but when you look at the Vision 2040, also it talks about partnership, okay? We can have partnership in order to implement the issue of digital migration or digital transformation. The example we can give, Uganda is having a collaboration with MasterCard. Okay, MasterCard is providing not only in the civil service sector, but also in the education sector. So I think the issue of manpower may not be an issue if we can have collaborations with the outside people, because we know we are not inventing the wheel. The wheel was already invented. So how do we use it? How do we use the infrastructure? So that can be done. The government has the power. If we are talking about, I'm sure it must have been a collaboration, maybe from China, maybe from the US. Okay, so that may not be an issue, but
when you keep bringing China here, China,
yes,
unlike us here, our technology, and somebody who's going to consume technology, science and technology, must be able to read, understand English. It is in English. The Chinese are studying their local languages, and so are the Indians and other countries, including even South Korea. These are countries that have advanced in technology. But for Ugandan here, I don't think there is any technology in a language like in Rusoga or Uganda. So in an event where someone cannot understand English, then they cannot be beneficiaries of these technological advancements. That's why people are resisting, things like EFRIS, because they involve a lot of, literacy, which they lack, literacy skills, which they do lack. Isn't this a hindrance? The government has, we pursue that path. They should first go back to the basics to see that at least everybody can be able to access that basic education.
Yeah, I think that is true what you are talking about, but then we are not likely to go back. We can just take the advantage. Like, for example, if we are using the AI can convert the content that we are having into the Uganda way, into the Rusoga way. Also it comes to the design. The Chinese design their systems, I think, which is also another point of discussion that can be done. I know the government, because also it requires a policy, okay, about that. Already the East African Committee seems to be having a policy. I don't know how it is, but already they started teaching Swahili. So that maybe our our committee can be brought to the speed. But as we talk right now, we look at the status quo. The current business people, you are not going to say that you are going to do away with them, because maybe people are not understanding the local language and all that. But still, we can leverage on this technology.
My question was that as you develop these things,
yes,
do you also consider developing them in the local languages, so that people, even that man who's, let me give you an example, Doctor.
Yes.
See this phone, a smartphone?
Yes.
Well, for it is easy to operate. Yeah. But look at that man down there in China Mokaka, a P1 dropout. Do you think it's easy to understand? You find even a university student, there are certain things you come across in the phone and you cannot understand them. In fact, I heard somebody say that some people who possess these smartphones, they actually use just 25% of it. The 75% they don't access because they're even ignorant about it. So how about someone there who's a P1 dropout? You are expecting them to access this technology. While you're building these things, are you mindful? Do you consider such people so that you also have plans of developing such content in maybe local languages?
Yes.
Especially the widely spoken language like Luganda.
Yes. Now, I think in the technology, we talk about application, okay, and the system itself. Application, like the example I can take, I think Ugandans, if you are following the new technology that have come, I think you have heard about TikTok. I've seen many times people, especially the business community. There are some people I follow. I think they are younger guys. They started in a joking way, but they have gone to develop the local content. on the TikTok. I think TikTok started as a fun and all that, but now they are moving the business on the online. Just developing the application or developing the technology by considering the local language. I think that may take time, but what I can say is taking the advantage. Okay, taking the advantage, crafting our content, leveraging on the technology that is available, also the context, the audience, the business. As we said, people have to be sensitized. People are there. As I said, that for us, we are there to provide as universities. We shall provide you the basic knowledge, okay, of understanding. We may not say we are going into manufacturing. That will be the role of Minister of Science and Technology, as we said, that is providing the platform. Yes, Uganda, we are to achieve our vision 2040, but I don't know that will be, by that time, you'll be able to maybe to develop our infrastructure using the local language. But we can take the advantage, okay, using the available, the fourth industrial revolution technologies, as we said, the storage that is provided, the AI that we are talking about, because it can help you to translate. In fact, like the business people having a problem to understand the IFLIS, maybe the government should use that. Yes, you have our application, which are, the technologies that we are having. Also, there is maybe having collaborations with China, maybe the US, telling them maybe you can manufacture a customized kind of a product that we want according to our business community that we're having. I think the conversation has to go beyond what we are having here, that we can have collaborations until we'll be there, maybe we'll be able to bring Swahili on board, and then we begin designing our own systems into our local language. But at the moment, we have just to look at enforcing the skilling of our people, retraining them about what is happening, because we are not going to run away from the business, from the business community that is there. We need just to appreciate, yes, the business community, the literacy level is high, but technology does not discriminate, okay? It doesn't discriminate whether you have gone to school or not, because it provides just a means.
Let's
talk about it provides a means to the end, okay? Yeah.
Let's talk about how this technology is going to help, this country in its attainment of Vision 2040. Because what is entailed in Vision 2040 is that we want to cross from that predominantly a peasant, society to middle income. And also there's, of course, creation of employment for all. How is this technology going to help us attain all those?
Yeah, that is by providing what we are calling the digital solutions, okay? Digital solutions, right now we're having companies online. We have what we call online platforms, not so. Not only Ugandans are being employed, but we have seen Indians bring here maybe the popular thing I can talk about for the youth. You know very well that 80% of our population are youth, but you have seen the Indians have taken the advantage because they are online platforms, streaming live, like for example, betting. I think you have heard about betting. Many people are employed there. I think it's not only Chinese, but even the Indians, but also Ugandans have opened up those online platforms which can help sports. We are able to bet, you are able to do business out of that. And then also improving the customer experience, new products can come up, and the way also of communication, accessing a large community through the virtual networks, video conferencing. Okay, these are things. In fact, if I can take the example of the education, how we are benefiting from the digital transformation. Gone are the days, it is bringing the true thing of the SDG where we are having, or the SDGs where we are having about education inclusiveness. Last time, if you are disabled, somebody in Karamoja may not be able to come to Kampala and study. But because we have a technology especially in universities, we have developed what we call online platforms. You can study from where you are. So it's increasing, it is promoting massive education, you can say. Even also it can provide massive business. That's another thing, especially in agriculture, they are using apps. They are using apps to inform the farmers about the change of the weather. Of course, it is minimal in Uganda, but already a fund has been put through the Ministry of Science and Technology. If you can come up with an app which can inform the farmers about the market, about the climate that is happening, about the prices. These are digital solutions leveraging on the digital platforms that we are having, especially mobile phones have found their way in Africa. In Uganda, almost as we talk right now, outside there, anyone riding a border must be carrying a handset of a digital platform. So it is helping in that way. And then another one, the employment. Okay, people are coming up with these solutions. You know very well, around 2.3 of our population, 1 million people, or 2.3% of the people are employed in the ICT sector. But not only that, we know that ICT is providing 9% of our GDP. That is another thing. So on the side of the common person, on the side of the government, both sides are doing what? Are accessing. But above all, digital technology or digital transformation is coming in to increase accessibility to the services. The digital vision or the digital transformation vision of 2040, they are saying that by 2040, 90% of our population will be accessing internet. And if it is accessing internet, then it means we are able to access information. And if we are to access information, then we are able to access the market. And if we are to access the market, then we are able to innovate. So, the more information moves, the more innovative people can be.
Well, about the internet, there are so
Yes.
many promises I've got about internet. The
Yes.
former minister for Kampala promised us that every Kampalan to be able to access free internet, you remember?
Yes.
And it's now coming to 10 years. We can't, access this internet. So do you think that is going to be to be achieved this time round?
Yes, I think, you need to differentiate the political sentiments. And, sometimes, as I say, the context, And of course, people have to be given hope and all that. But as we said, there's a digital transformation roadmap, and we are talking about Vision 2040. And when we talk about a vision can be achieved or cannot be achieved. So I don't think so that there is no significant achievement in that. Yes, it is there.
Yes.
But as politicians, they give you the other side of the view, they are the biggest one, the hope and all that. But of course, as we said, it may not just an overnight to achieve this.
It takes time.
It takes time. As I said, we need to educate the people. As we said, the universities, the private sector is playing its role also. We need to inform the people. We need to produce the digital people who are going to come and implement this. We need infrastructure. So it is true, the minister, what may be talking about may be true, but in the short run may not be achievable, but in the long run, it can be achievable. And whether like or not, there is no way that Uganda is reversing, because we are going through we are part of the East African community, the big community that is coming. So that is, of course, politics comes in. There is no way you can say society, politics, and economics must have a playing field. So all this, we need to appreciate them.
Yes, Doctor, thank you so much.
Yeah,
you have
thanks.
to get out of here.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes. Do you have any parting shots, man?
Yeah, thank you very much. Maybe, as I can say, my followers, I continue this debate. Is very important, especially when we talked about what happened. Yes, also, I'm sorry with the business community there. But there's a discussion. The government has to discuss with the people, okay? And we are there also to massage, to give you the information, to help you. And then also I urge the audience there, still be following me. On Thursday, I'll be on Sanyo FM.
Okay.
Yeah, at 9, still talking about this, discussing how this is relevant to us. I greet my people there and also my people from Cavendish University, and then also the people who have hosted me here. Thank you very much. Eddie and the crew that has taken on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Dr.
See you next time.
Kimwisi Alon. He's actually my Obi from Kampala International University,
Yeah.
where I also lecture myself. And thank you so much, our dear viewers. We've come to the end of the show. Be sure to catch us tomorrow again. Same time, same place. What can we wish you now other than a blessed day? Whatever you do, we pray the Most High, the Almighty God, our Maker, to bestow all the blessings into whatever you do so that you can achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching BTM TV. From me and the team, we wish you a good day. See you then. Goodbye for now.